lie detector, and you know why why that would be kind of contextual. Because why? Because it's been on Love Island, and for anybody who's seen Love Island before, they do this bit where they basically set people up. And I'll come to that bit in a moment. But let's first of all address the fact that why lie detectors, why that would be a problem anyway, and it should be a problem for you, not just for me, is that first, they're not admissible in a court. So the evidence, there is no evidence. It is an indication of something happening in the body, but that's about it. And even that is like, it's undetermined about what's actually happening. But no, it's you take it on fucking Jeremy Kyle, and he's all there going, "Oh, you lied, didn't you?" It's like, well, to be honest, they probably did, right? But that's just a matter of opinion because they're gutter snipe. Certainly the lie detector test wouldn't have proved that. And the word itself is detector. I mean, it would surely, if it was kind of like the way of finding out that sort of information, it would be called a lie prover, right? Not just a detector, but it isn't, because it does. That's not what it does. And I don't know how the kind of science works inside a body, but I'm guessing it's kind of like you say something, and then your body goes, "Oh, that's not true," and then it goes, "Oh," and then the person looking at it goes, I mean, what must be thinking? It's like, you asked a question there, and he reacted in a weird way. Now there could be so many variables about what's actually happening in that scenario. Like, oh, maybe he's remembered something that's frightened him, or it could be just anything else. Anyway, so the other thing is that, then let's get to the crux of it, because it's been used in Love Island, and they say something. And this is the other thing as well. They say something, and then the one person goes, "Oh, it's not true," and then the other person goes, "But then you said this," and then they say, "But I said that about that," and then they say, "But that means that bit's not true either." You know what I mean? It's like, no, I don't make sense. So I wouldn't be surprised if you say I don't know. I mean, because it doesn't make sense. But the point is that you hear what you want to hear. You hear the fact that was a lie, and therefore the machine works, or that wasn't the truth, so it doesn't. So in which case, the whole lot, even when it said you were telling the truth, that can't be the truth either. You see what I'm saying? So no, that can't be it can't be fact. As soon as it comes up with a discrepancy, for a start, one of the questions was, "Tell me something about the future." And this lie detector test apparently knows the future, apparently knows how to look into the future and tell whether you can make a decision on the future. Come on. Future lie detector, future lie prover. That's not what it's called. It's not called a future lie prover. I mean, imagine if you could just ask it stuff about the future and it'd be true. It doesn't happen like that. The final thing I want to say is, and this is really the big thing, is when they go into this room and they put like a little thing on the finger, another one on to this finger, and then they sit back and got kind of like a seatbelt on. I mean, you've seen it in films that have, like, put electrodes on the head. It's not just a pulse thing. It's not just monitor pulse. We know that because we know that electrodes aren't pulses. Well, they are pulses, but they're not. That's just checking to see if you're breathing or alive. Not necessarily breathing if you're alive. Anyway, that's what I've got a problem with. Fucking the use of lie detectors in, let's call it reality TV.